carbon. Okay. Then the second one is, I think, it's a debate between the nomad city and agricultural city. This one is not clear for me. It's like you are like swimming between, because like for nomad and for farmer, their ideology about city is different. For nomads, like they will like this. The Gongjun is not nature. It's cut by farmer. They need it. Without it, the farmer would die. Yeah? But for nomads, they will never do this. Yeah?
They will never cover the rest.
But what our state? Are we farmer or are we nomad now? If we are nomad, why we need to cut the river?
I think to answer for Professor Rowan's question
You can
about...
call me Ron.
Oh, thank you. So what Rowan say about nomad and farmers? So I think he's suggesting to the thing that there would be this kind of development in
History.
society or communities, that first we have the nomad reality, like say hunter-gatherers, and then more like very organic and lightweight coexistence and independence with nature, and this might need require even movement. And then comes to the second step, what he called the farmer society. And then what Rowan is saying, that now if we open up Liaokong channel, we are actually...
Agriculture is for farmers.
Yeah. So we are somehow forcing the ideology or thinking that we are still in a static condition as a farmer kind of a mentality, but without farms, since we have the built human environment with us. So he is questioning that this is fictional, and but then he's same time referring to the like a nomadic reality. I don't like he's bringing this up, and I know why, because Rowan believes that something that we don't realize is that Taipei is a nomad city. That actually you don't belong here, or you are not fixed here.
I think modern city is nomad city. So for me, like try to bring back to agricultural city is strange.
I also agree that the solution. This is an interesting conversation, though. What means nomad city, and what also you've been seeing, or you've been actually saying many times, that people feel almost like irresponsible, or like don't care, and so on. But maybe it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, that you are so ready to move. It's so fluid, like the existence.
But why you want to move? For farmer, they never want to move.
Yeah, farmer want to be fixed. Yeah. And I think also
they don't need to move. They don't want to move.
And I think this is a very interesting point for the matter of opening up the Liaokong channel, and still realizing that there is this movement that it's not gonna be irritating farms, but it should be irrigating. How do you say it? Like
I
like
know what you mean.
fertilizing, or like what I see.
My English is
yeah,
not that good.
no, mine is even worse. I'm from no, but like what I would like to see, that not actually touching too much the question of the farmer as a society, but I see that you have a city that is basically a desert, or let's say, not dead, of course, there is human blood
No,
there
the
too.
definition of desert is, you have to define what's the definition of desert.
You have concrete, steel and asphalt.
But some people don't think
and only controlled small pieces of vegetation. And what I hope we see with opening up the Leokong Channel is like before, that the Leokong Channel starts irrigating this now quite dead environment and take it back to more natural ways.
But that's for agricultural society.
Excuse me, Marco.
Yes.
Did you mention that Taipei is like a nomad city? That you said people don't belong here. But I know there are a kind of people who always want to move all around to different countries, but there are also kind of people who actually stay here.
No, this was wrong to say that people don't belong here. Of course they belong here. But what I mean with the nomad, like comparing to places what I know better, is that, for example, you have this kind of like peaks of energy, like say night market, or then people are moving around and some street gets occupied to be some other activity. And you seem to use the city more like a landscape. Also like how you do your architectural reactions. That you have the official three-dimensional grid and still people are modifying it all the time. Something that would be impossible in our reality in Finland. Illegal. It's illegal here too, I believe, but it's normal. It's normal. Like this, this I mean with the nomad. This kind of movement, and this I think is also suggesting like a very strong breeding ground for like self-controlled communities, what you have here, and something that I can only find maybe in the countryside in Finland. Yeah, but here, like this kind of strangely hidden, moving power structures that you are very sensitive when you are walking. You know, like where to go, where not to go, and if something is happening somewhere, and you are like sort of harvesting the city. So this I little bit try to mean with the number.
But with like the new projects going on here, like how do you say, like they are building new buildings.
Renovation.
Yes.
And with these kind of new buildings, you cannot modify.
No, that's only for stopping. Every official and every official development is stopping this activity. Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Because people tend to think that we should be like Western countries, that they are more advanced, civilized. So we should stop this kind of rural movement. We should learn from Western countries that they have all legalized.
Yeah, I think this is very romantic word and nice word what you say, civilized, because it seems to be that even now when we talk about civilized, it is this what you say, something static and
Huge.
controlled, and yeah, why not huge? And the opposite of civilized is the so-called native, you know, the completely uneducated barbarian man who lives together with nature. Yeah, and that's the, you know, the enemy of civilization, the end of the line. Same time, if we talk about ecology or even of anarchy, it means that actually we should go back to that stage, to be as close with nature as possible. And then this sort of lie of enlightenment, that when industrialism started, and this, you know, all these imperial powers, when they colonize people, native people, they start civilizing them, you know, by church and education and so on. But the enemy seems always to be, even those times, nature. And the guys living closest to nature is somehow the end of the line. and it still exists. Because in Taipei too, like Taipei is such a great city because the multiple layers of being together in this same Taipei basin is still existing, and you see that, for example, grandmothers are breaking the city. Breaking it, yeah. You have like community gardens, urban farms, and so on. And they, developer for some reason lose control for some time, 2 years, and grandmothers break it, yeah. And they make it organic, yeah. And they are the natives.
No one can stop grandmother.
Granny power. Yeah, but here the granny power is really, really strong. So if you understand, if we talk about acupuncture, so if we talk about urban acupuncture, it's easy to say that the qi of Taipei is bad. It's poison. And the grandmothers feel it. They don't have to think it. And they start breaking the city. They find a street corner or a undeveloped lot. They break it, change it into a farm, and it becomes an acupuncture needle to the city, turning the qi of the city towards organic. And this grandmother gardens is not 1 or 10, it's more. It's everywhere. So actually this urban acupuncture for Taipei is a reality already. And I think that is fantastic. And that's as close to anarchy, what I can think.
Although they don't have that
So-
ideology.
So you
Without
think,
any ideology, no science.
so you think it's more about the scale of the territory, since you say Finland is such a small country compared to Taiwan, because of the density of population.
Yes, I understand what is your
Yeah.
question, but I think it's more like a,
Because like 40 years ago, Taipei is just like a rural area full of farms.
Yeah.
And when I was even born, my parents told me, okay, the place with the neighborhood we lived is like full